Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with another Shake It, Scrap It, Create It video. So this week's prompts are ribbon, twine, or floss, pretty much any kind of string, triangle, and stapler. And so I am also combining this with Scrap Timber, hosted by the Scrappy Sisters. And today's prompt is hoarding, so something you are hoarding. And of course, I'm also combining this with How to Kill a Kit with Style. I am still using my close to my heart Adore Me. I think it's called Adore Me, but I might be wrong. Collection. And I have already kind of pulled some stuff together. I have this that I had in my stash. I have this little baby, and it was made by Kimberly Litton in 2024. And then, let's see, looks like this little bottle says Sarissa made it. And I don't know who made the little pen. I have some flowers I have stamped out. I did my title on the Cricut, and then of course I have some papers. That's going to be my hoarded item because I have held on to that collection for a long time. And I am scrapbooking this picture of my grandbabies, but mostly Lainey. She's obsessed with her babies. And this was my baby doll whenever I was a little girl that my grandma got me. And her name was Julie. And she didn't do anything fabulous, but you could put her hand. She has a bottle, it's all plastic, and you could put it in her mouth, but it looked like she was wearing a snowsuit, and you couldn't take it off. It was just what it was, and her arm had been sewed back on and all kinds of stuff because I loved her and took her everywhere. So I was happy that I was able to pass her along to my grandbabies for them to be able to play with her. And so I'm going to work on putting it together. So my title says Tradition, and I thought I would write a little thing down there at the bottom about it. I have my string and all that, and then I have my papers. And here's my triangle. So I am going to glue my triangles on, and then I'm thinking that I'm probably going to run it through the sewing machine because y'all know I've been loving sewing on my layouts this month. I think it adds just that little something extra to it. So just gonna put these down. And then I have these. And clearly I don't have everything lined up. I know, a big shock, right? And I'm sorry for all the sniffles. I've still been struggling with allergies and just not feeling well. But I'm doing the best I can. So I am going to go around. I think I'm going to go around the edges, and then I'm going to run it here and here. And then I will come back and finish putting this together. Alright, so I have all of it sewed. I don't know how well you can see it, but went around all the edges and then down the lines. So let's just work on finishing putting this together. It's going to be a pretty fairly simple layout. This here. Let me line it up a little bit better. I'm going to put this on here. And then I have this I'm going to mat it up with. I've been using up lots of scraps of cardstock, smaller scraps of paper, leftover paper. This is a paper that came from the crop I went to last time off the free table, and I got a whole little pile of baby. It's like from a baby 8x8 pack, but I have absolutely been loving using it on stuff. They're super cute patterns and they're not necessarily baby. So I've been having fun creating with that. Oh no. Let's see if it's too late. I meant to wrap my string around my paper here. Since I have to use twine or whatever. I was thinking I would wrap it around. And this is a string that someone sent me, and I was hoping that it would go around a couple more times, but I don't think it will. Not and still be able to tie. Maybe I can tie a little knot. I do have to use my stapler also. Alright, so I'm going to use my stapler, so maybe I could just staple it on. I don't necessarily know that it will hold. I'm going to pop this baby up on some foam, give it a little bit of dimension, and just work on tucking my other embellishments in here and there. Such a cute little baby. And then I have this bottle. And then I have all my little stamp flowers. Y'all know this is from my favorite stamp set ever. And pretty much all I did was go dig through my drawer of misfits and leftovers and dug a bunch out that I could just put on and use. I don't have to worry about stamping. Sometimes I remember to do that, but most of the time I don't. Most of the time I just create new. And I'm learning that more and more, that if I have like little leftover pieces from a project or whatever, I tend to not go back for it. I usually end up just stamping new, or it's not the right color, or y'all know what I'm talking about. So I have been debating lately on whether or not to just get rid of all the little extras. I've thought about packing it all up and just offering it up on the group or something if someone wants it, like by theme or whatever. Like I said, I'm still a little bit up in the air about it, and I have just been trying to use it up on cards and things like that, but I'm still debating, so I don't know. I think I'm going to use some gold sequins, and I think I need to get some more soon, because I have been using them for everything, because the gold goes so well with the brown and pink. So I think it's worked out good, but I am starting to run low. And I'm just going to add these sequins to the centers of my flowers, just to give them a little bit of something extra here. And then that'll end up being the layout. So this one went together really easy, really simple, and I think mostly it's because I already had the embellishments made from swaps. Because this was all swaps, and then the flowers were already stuff I had pre-made. So, you know, maybe go and look through some of your swaps, or even some of your ephemera that you may have left over from a project, and try to see if you can incorporate it in and use it on a layout or on a card even. I have been enjoying myself for the past 2 months on how to kill a kit. Each month I have actually been able to completely kill the kit, make a few cards, but have literally nothing at all left. And it has been fabulous, and I can't even hardly believe it, because it's so hard to use up a kit. You can actually, I mean, it's very surprising even to me how much you can actually get out of one kit, like how many layouts and cards. So I am going to do my journaling down here probably, and I will of course post a picture at the end. Definitely go and check out everyone else that's playing along with scrap timber and how to kill a kit. And we need to shake for next week's prompts. So let's do that now. So first up, techniques and tools. We only have 2 left in here. Oops. So that means next week we will be refilling. And fussy cutting. Yay! I know so many of y'all just love it. That's sarcasm. I love fussy cutting. Embellishments. Let's see what we get. If I can get a hold of one of them. Oh, I got 2. Buttons. Yay! Someone just gifted me a whole, like, big gallon Ziploc of buttons, and they are amazing, because y'all know I love buttons. Okay, shapes, colors, numbers. So that will give me a chance to maybe use up some of them. This one only has 2 in it also, so next week will be a refill. The color blue. So blue, fussy cutting, and buttons are our prompts for next week. You can use them any way you want to. It's just to spark your creativity and get you using what you have. If you do play along, come over and put it in the albums on the group if you want, and you will be entered to win Happy Mail at the end of the month. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed this and that it inspired you. And until next time, bye y'all.